So, I didn't mean for it to be tricky, I really didn't. But in this first problem, what's dissolved in the water is hydroxide. So when we realize that 2 grams out of the 40 grams is 0.05 moles, and we take the negative log of 0.05, that gives us the POH, right? And then the rest of it would be the pH, because these two numbers equal 14. So let's try number 2 all together. All right. Number 2. 3 grams of chloric acid are dissolved in 1,000 milliliters of water. This 1,000 makes our life easy right now. So we have 3 grams. We need to figure out how many moles that is. H plus Cl will be 36 plus 48. What's that, 84? 3 grams out of 84 grams would be, all right, 3 divided by 84 would be 0.036 moles. And since it's dissolved in 1,000 milliliters of water, we just know that's 0.036 molar acid, HClO3. Okay. What is the molarity? 0.036 molar. What is the pH? The pH is the negative log of the molarity. So we have 0.036 and we hit log negative. The pH is 1.44, or what'd y'all get if you rounded it off? I'll just call it 1.4, and therefore the pH has to be what? 12.6. These two have to add up to 14. Everybody feeling it?
I got that one wrong.
What'd you get?
For the 3 grams, I divided by 188.
Okay. The 3 was only for the oxygen. I just typed it like this. That's a little 3. So 16 times 3 is 48, plus 35 plus 1 is 84. You just got the wrong
That's
number.
CL. I thought it was CI, so I added II.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, sometimes the font can mess you up. You thought that was an I. Totally get that. That totes makes sense. All right. 0.021 grams of potassium hydroxide are dissolved in only 90 milliliters of water. All right. First, 0.021 grams. Let's figure out how many moles we have. Divided by the mass of potassium hydroxide. That's 56, isn't it? So I'm going to calculate this. 0.021 divided by 56. 0.00038, we'll call it. So you have 0.00038 moles. Okay? Now we need to do another step in this problem. That many moles are dissolved in 90 milliliters of water. So we say, now to calculate the molarity, that much dissolved in 90 is equal to how much in 1,000? Because molarity means moles per liter. So we will cross multiply this. 0.0038 times 1,000 divided by 90. That times that divided by that. It gives me 0.004. So the molarity is 0.004 molar potassium hydroxide. Okay. So I'm going to erase this. Now we're going to think about it. 0.004 molar KOH. So now to find the pH is the negative log of the molarity. So we're going to take this down and we're going to hit log negative. But guess what? That's going to give you about 2.4. I'm going to round it up. But what did we just calculate? What did we just calculate? This is the molarity of OH. So when we take the negative log of it, that negative gives the pH. It gave us the POH. And I got 2.4. What'd y'all get? 2.4 if we're rounding off just a little bit. So then now we know the pH is what? 11.6. Because again, these two equal 14. People at home, I hope this is making sense to you. Sure it is. All right, let's keep rocking. Number 4. Point zero, I'm going to speed up just a little bit. 0.09 grams of HF. 0.09 grams divided by, let's see, that's going to be 20. Divided by 20 equals 0.09 divided by 20 equals, we have 0.0045 moles. And it's dissolved in only 55 milliliters of water. So that will be like how many moles per liter? So we've got to cross multiply times 1,000 divided by 55, and I get 0.08 molar. So the molarity is 0.08 molar HF. To get the pH, we just say log negative. Log negative. So the pH is 1.1, and then the pH is going to be 12.9 because these two add up to 14. Did you get that? Nice. Good job. I like all the affirmative head shaking in here. That's good. And number 5, 0.47 grams of hydrosulfuric acid are dissolved in 155 ml. So 0.47 grams of H2S. H2S weighs 34 grams. 0.47 divided by 34 equals 0.014 moles. And that is dissolved in 155 milliliters of water. That would be like how many moles per 1,000? That's how we got to calculate the molarity. So we'll say times 1,000 divided by 155. And I get 0.089. 0.09 molar. 0.09 molar H2S. Now this is polyproduct, but I'm not going to change that math. Some college professor is mad at me right now. I'm going to have to let that go because we haven't talked about polyproduct math. 0.09 molar H2S. Let's calculate the pH, which means log negative. Got a pH of 1, POH of 13. You digging it? All right, cool.